All right, let's get into COVID-19 and the Fauci cover-up and these things that we're being told. And Fauci's been in there basically since Reagan, and Reagan made it where you can't sue the industry, and they made all these scheduling out of crazy times. And then Trump just moved that cannabis from 1 to the 3 and those things, and now it's the Schedule 3 for those wild times that we've gotten into, and the bridges are going down, and the trains are crashing, which I told you to be looking for the part 2s and 3s, going into the wild times, and now they're here, and that's part 2 and part 3 as far as your 2-3, your 23, into the final hour, into the 24, because you're living in some overlays, and you're in that 2026 for the Z26, but there's also that Spanish alphabet for the Z28, but we're in a connection point for that 28 zone for 2026 on that adding sections for some bell ringings in the ear to kind of wake you up a little bit. But as they're telling you this, that, and the other, okay? And the extras, that holocaust, that little logo that's being shown you on that little Twitter, okay? That canary in the gold mine that Elon Musk is sitting on. Those 3 musketeers and the 3 ribs and the Daniel and the RNA and that rib nucleic acid taken out and that ribbon being put on that wrapping paper and the wrap Bitcoin and all that stuff in one way, shape, or form. So all these things are boom, 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 okay? The things that's been put upon the earth, okay? We've seen Ebola being talked about. We're seeing that cycloptic sporus, whatever, the devil's lettuce crapture disease I told you to be looking out for. And that you can also go read about people dying from the crapture in the Bible. The hantavirus, what are they all? Hold on. Either way, y'all get the idea, all right? We're seeing all these things. People who can't eat meat, right? Now they got to become vegan, and these other, or rabies, that's going to be kind of playing out for maybe a little zombie apocalypse, and the cannibals with the cannabis and those types of overlays. And then it seems that Elon Musk might be that man who that skunk who holds women against their will in one way, shape, or form for that Looney Tunes. So as we have these things that's went into the people, okay, this Lord's name in vain is risen with a corona dark sun, as you putting on your crown and tried it on and all that, and depending how many times you tried on that crown will depend on what kind of king rises up within you. So as that who and the bad omen and the serpent seed and all those things have been planted and are growing, these things like Ebola and the Africa, that can be tying into, and then the flies and the flesh-eating disease, all that shit, right? It's where we're showing these with Obama in one time frame and one type of cycle, and then they've kind of had hook, lines, and sinkers on it, and then boom, 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 and now they've actually laid it. But Elon Musk is in Texas. Elon Musk is from South Africa, so he's that white Malibu's most wanted kind of thing on that level. So as you have that, that's connected to an African sequence. Then the African gold mine just crashed. That can tie into the oil and whatever else is kind of going on. So as all this stuff is coming about, the thing that went in can be basically planning in these things that's coming into the 48th, 49th, 50th, 51, all those kinds of things as far as America and your 4x7 tribulations in the book of Revelation, your 2028, all those things lining up into 4x7 in and to 4x7 out, okay? And the first 7 are going to be the time frames when the so-called Great Tribulation and all that stuff are opening up, and those types of things on the earth, and that's where you're in the second coming of Adonai in the second year, and all those little things, these clocks, and we've seen this so-called 50-year disclosure being kept, this 50-year disclosure being kept, this 50-year disclosure being kept, boom, 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 boom. You're eating this, you're eating that, you're drinking this, you're drinking that, that's being taken out of food, that's not being taken out of food, boom, 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 over and over and over and over again, okay? So your doctors and the quack jobs and the Looney Tunes and all that shit's going to be coming as they're just parrots of that pharmaceutical industry and these dark lights and all those things that have already fucking taken over you, okay? You're merging in with machine. Why do all these like small houses or whatever, they have like an 8-foot fucking screen in their house? Like why? Like you're right on it. Like you're in the fucking machine and all these, like it's just boom, boom as it comes in. All these things are being shown to you. The screen's getting closer to you. It's coming into your house. You are in the screen. You are the extra. You are the abuela, the bolo for the Into the Dragon. Okay? As the Han, the right-hand man, has all these fucking things to screw in, just start stabbing you with as you start turning into Wolverine and stuff. I gotta do that and collapse and get the hell out of here. Either way, we need to bring back Siegfried and Roy, but like in a weird, twisted reality way where we're taking this and like putting in here, like what we do on here on this show or whatever. But if you want to call it a show, either way. So this little symbiotics and boom, 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 and then laying with the dogs who have the live rabies virus too, and then you got this what kind of thing going on. And then you got the fecals. The fecals. Where the cats, the meow, meow, for the dragon entry. Alright? The cat scratch fever. And they tell you the babies kill the infants and all that or the cats kill the infants. And that man-child's coming for that bear. Huh. Y'all just get ready, dude. Like, it's all been set. The extras, the 24X, that's also a clock. And the 24, the 23 in there or whatever. You got the MJ, the Michael Jordan, the different 23s, the King James version and the King James with the little brawn, the big old black bear and that black male, right? You're going to see a little midget fucker kind of thing or like a tripod system. Or the midget with the big stick, things like that, or the midget woman who takes the big stick, whatever kind of mirrors for your little Oz session. This can tie into your GTA 6 hack and or was it hacked or not hacked, and we're gonna find out with the Netflix Live and those types of things. So that's where your Epstein files could have been hacked, or I'm sure Snowden is going to come into effect in one way. The Snowden's going to connect it to your blowjobs, connect it to your White House, the blow and the white. That ties into your Johnny Depp and the Pirates of the Caribbean and those types of things. We see Trump coming in and stealing this, that, and the other. So all that's boom, boom, boom. Okay, so and then it's also where they've had something probably preset. Or the docks, the shallow submarine can be done on one level, but if they know Trump is doing this, that, and the other, and taking this, that, and the other, you have a preloaded decoy, and the decoy ties into your December and the declaration for Los Angeles and taking out the Los Angeles ports and whatever kind of thing we can see going on there with the earthquake and whatever, because the earthquake, the big one, or whatever, is primed for the 22 month through the, which is November, and on the early side on September, but it is primed for the 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. And those are also tied into some year spectrums, but we're like on a little crunch point, okay? And one here can cause the Yellowstone to go off, can cause this one to go off, and boom, 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 okay? Either way, we'll see how it all unfolds. But the Yellowstone is already breaking out with that Sheridan. And that Sheridan is tying into little clock spectrums with your data centers and the dinner table and those types of things as it's going into the cannabis stuff. Either way, we'll wrap it up here, folks, because the preloaded mechanism and the mechanism with the hijabs, the hijabs, and those types of things, and the mask. Why'd y'all wear the mask? All right, and the so-called these things going in there. Perfect way to put an old chip in the old body, or like when you go get that colonoscopy, they can be putting a chip up in there because you know these people have gotten this or whatever. They act a certain fucking way, right? It's like they're just being fucking mind fucked. And well, they are, but they went and died. They went in for it or whatever. So this is where like their Lord is coming in to take control of them in one way, shape, or form, and they're being shown this chip or that chip. It's where they're being told this, that, and the other, and you got to put this, that, and the other in this places, and the other places, and the other places, and that places, and that places, and this places. And then you got it. Okay? That's the hallway of mirrors. But that's where you're at. And these things, these data centers and ice collection, whatever thing going on, how much water's needed here, and blah, 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 right? Makes no sense unless you actually understand they're about to be putting all these flock cameras together and asshole cameras and this MMA stuff where y'all are doing gay shit without doing gay shit. Right? And you're rolling around with gay men or gay women and sitting around in the spas, that spaghetti. All right? You're going to get that spaghetti session for that mafia session going into that blow. All right? So just some warnings because y'all are going and intermingling and urine and sweat are basically the same thing. And as urine and sweat are kind of the same thing, you got everybody pissing all over the gym, basically. All right? And you got to think about these things, and you don't need to go to the gym to work out and do it. All this stuff is part of this image given life to turn you into the beast and operate from the lowest chakra, and that vanity. The vanity's the mirror, and it's not really you. You're trying to be somebody you're not, and all this shit that it goes back into. Blah, 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 blah. And you're taught from a fucking early age now, oh, my daughter's 10 years old. We're going to get her some birthday highlights. So she can never really know who she is. She'll never know her real color. It's that simple. Oh, we got my 5-year-old daughter's ears pierced today. Oh, so she can look like her little mama. And be her mama's little doll. And whatever other shit is going on. Little mini-me shit. Dr. Evil and Mini-Me. Where's all that come in? CSS, man, it's all rising. You've all been living in fucking La La Land. As La La Land is fucking hitting. There was hit. And now you're coming into La La Land for the fucking flock cameras and ring cameras and whatever other fucking nonsense is coming as you're in the fucking police state. But the police state for the Paul who took the name of Jesus and changed everything. But that's where we're in, dude. And that Jesus is put on the cross as the Paul's coming. I saw the Jesus. Well, now we're coming with the Acts and the Hebrews and the Roman law. Just in a waiting game, folks. As the scales of the dragon are being consumed. Just gotta wait for these little chips or things they implanted that's crawling around the back of their eyes, or the worm in the brain, or whatever the fuck is going on, man. All this stuff's coming. The 60 pounds of candida, that's all gonna come out at once. Or that man childbirth, you're already impregnated. That baby's been in there for many years, waiting to come out. As that male nourished. The male nourished is side of the male and female made after he, them. Okay? So, the male and female made after he, them. It's not what the church is teaching. Adam, who's both male and female, is not what the church is teaching. Adam and Eve is not what the church is teaching. Either way, your MMA and your gamma rays, and you're like, I swear I didn't fuck the man. That kind of thing with the wives or whatever. It's the MMA. Because MMA, when you look at these karate things or whatever, and you put it together like all the gay Sodom and Gomorrah or whatever, it's like keeping one off the other. And the jujitsu, the jizz lanes and all that, that's like your last fucking attempt to get out of being rammed, right? That's that ram sacrifice. So as that ram sacrifice is going on, you're just like, you're all trying to get the hell out of there, okay? And you're trying not to fucking bite the... You know how to get out of it, right? You just gotta bite it off and shit or whatever, but you don't even want to fucking do it in the first place. So it's all tying into that kind of thing too. So anyway, that's all going into these things. Well, I didn't even want to fucking do it in the first place, but they told me I had to. It's gonna get good, folks. It's gonna get real good as it gets real bad. And this is why you need the power of Jesus to come over you and to wash away your sins so you can enjoy the end times and not become offended. Oh my God, he said the word fuck. Huh? He has demons. He has not overcome the change of the spirit. At this point you just kind of gotta let them die out, because they just are just they're like a fucking robot. It's like you're the Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, going into these bars and places where people congregate or whatever, and you look around, you're like, where the fuck the humans go? I'm the only... It's all these beasts and all these robots. And they're so easily controlled. I just gotta word my sentence the proper way and they'll be like, yes, I will do. I will give you a free drink. Either way, it's all right there in front of you. The stage is set. That's all you gotta know. And you're singing the King's being opened up now in one way, shape, or form. And everybody has been taken, oh well. Man,